What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Carbon, and I'm back. I'm back after a few months of not uploading, and I've been enjoying myself. New job, life, and whatnot. But back when I was playing a lot of video games and when I was uploading videos, it was a lot of racing content. Racing sim content, playing a lot of Forza, Assetto Corsa Competizione, normal Assetto Corsa, CarX. The list goes on. I'm trying them all, anything that really works. Now, the reason for the video today and the pop-up after a few months is that some company was looking at the content that I was creating. Some videos went viral. I got a lot of offers to do a lot of random shit to sell you guys a lot of bullshit. But these guys were like, hey, we want to send you a racing cockpit and update your situation. And I was like, interesting. What's the catch? And they just said nothing. Just, we'll send it to you. You tell us if you like it or not. We'll get you in touch with our engineers. Basically, beta test this racing cockpit that you can actually purchase, and I will put the link down below. So I was like, fuck it, yeah, I'll do that. So I sent them an email with my address, and I was like, oh god, what did I get myself into? I'm probably getting scammed. A couple weeks later, the racing cockpit shows up, and it was very easy to put together. And in this video, I'm using the chair. You can see that I'm quite comfortable. And I gotta say, after setting it up, I found it to be actually quite convenient, if not as convenient as having just the racing wheel stand that I pull in front of my computer chair. In fact, all I need to do is move my computer chair out of the way, move the cockpit up, fold the pedals down, and I'm good to go. Now, I have been using it for hours on hours on hours, and I gotta say, it actually is very comfortable for a racing cockpit. There are a few cons though, one of which is the fabric that it's made out of on the chair. Now, it hasn't torn or anything, but as soon as you sit on it, the fabric will actually like stretch down from where it's being held up at those two little rings at the top of the seat, as you can see right behind my head. It'll actually pull down, revealing the foam that is behind the fabric, and that's not a big deal, I guess. This is what I would say a budget racing cockpit. And another thing that I am going to see if I can't fix myself or make bigger is the part on the side that would hold the shifter and the e-brake, or handbrake as you may call it. Now, it'll fit either the shifter or the handbrake, but for my shifter and handbrake, it just does not fit both of them at the same time. And maybe it will if I got some zip ties, because the pre-drilled holes that are already there do not match up to my current handbrake. And the shifter is actually just a clamp, so that'll fit basically anywhere. So I may try to get some zip ties and zip tie the damn thing on there to use my handbrake so that I can play some other games like Assetto, a Forza, or CarX that require a handbrake when you're wanting to drift and not just clutch kick. Those are really the only cons that I can think of with this budget cockpit. Now, they are $180 on Amazon, which might be like $180, dang. But if you compare that to other racing cockpits out there, it's actually pretty cheap. Like I said, this would be your starter cockpit. There was actually very minimal assembly that I had to do. It was basically all together. There was just a couple of things I had to snap on. Really love that. It is compatible with basically most like steering wheels. So I'm using the Moza R5 and it fits on the base just fine. And what's really cool about having a cockpit over just like a racing stand or a wheel that's attached to your desk is that if it's on a cockpit and it's attached to the chair and the pedals and everything that you're sitting in, if you have a really good direct drive wheel, the force feedback and the vibrations will actually travel through the entire frame of the cockpit. So when I go over some of these curbs or the yellow and black curbs here in Assetto Corsa, a Competizione, I can really feel that throughout the entire seat, and it is really cool. And one of the best things I love about it is that once I'm done, I actually just move the steering wheel out of the way based on its the part that the base is sat on. It's part of the cockpit. I actually just move that out of the way, hold up the pedals, and then put that wheelbase like back on, and then I can just move it away, and it's very easily stored. And I would say the thing does seem to have some good build quality on it. It does feature some carbon steel brackets and chairs. They say they're made tough, and it's a soft suede, that's just right. But I will say, if you're somebody that has pets, especially cats, they will love to lay on this thing, and it will be a cat hair fucking magnet. Now, the chair is also adjustable, so whether your height or the angle that you like to sit at, it is very adjustable for that. You can adjust the length of the footrest, you can adjust the angle of the steering wheel tray, the left and right position of the shifters, and even the height and angle of the chair, just to make it more ergonomically, comfortable. And then you can basically create your own cockpit setup. Now, as you can see from mine, I'm pretty laid back, but my monitor is also a little bit higher than it probably would be on most racing sims. And the one part that I love about this chair is that it works great with my electronic desk, is that I can lower the desk down to about the height of the cockpit, because if my desk did not lower, then I would actually be sitting much lower than I normally am, and I'd be looking up. So it actually is a great feature of my desk to be able to just move it down to the exact height that I need it at. Now, some of you may not have a electronic desk or an adjustable desk, and that's fine. I say you can plop this thing right in front of a TV and it'll be just as fun. In fact, I've been thinking about moving the chair into the living room in front of my 60-inch, running an HDMI cable to it and just racing off that TV to see how it is. Hell, I might even consider buying an ultra wide for how much I've been loving just racing video games lately. Now, if you've made it this far into the video you are watching is actually, I think, the second to last race there is in the career mode or Assetto Corsa Competizione, and I'm actually doing a 4-hour race. Yeah, 4 hours. So it was a true test of this chair to see if it would be comfortable enough for me, and it was. It absolutely was. I didn't know if I was going to make a video about this chair until I put it to the ultimate test, did the 4-hour race, thinking it was actually the last race of the career mode, but turns out there's actually one more race that's 3 hours long. So I'll probably record that one, just do another overall comparison of the seat, the games, my gaming setup, for anybody that's interested in doing something similar that I have going. So this video isn't sponsored or anything. I wouldn't put a link down below if I didn't actually think this could be worth some, worth it to you if you want your first cockpit, or you want to upgrade from like your computer chair or your steering wheel on your desk to a cockpit. A lot of people have those steering wheels attached to desks, attached to tables, and I'm telling you, once you get a cockpit and you feel it in the seat, you will be really thankful that you upgraded, especially if you have the room for it. So huge shout out to RacGTing for sending me this racing simulator cockpit, and letting me try it out and make an honest review of it. I mean, they didn't say like, hey, we'll send you this, but only if you make a video saying how great it is. That's not what they said. They just sent it to me, said make a video about what you think of it. And, I like that kind of business. I like that kind of reach out. A lot of people seem to reach out to creators and be like, hey, we want you to promote our product. Here's a link. You can make up to this much depending on how many of your subscribers buy this shit or subscribe to this shit. I don't care about that. These people aren't paying me. I got a racing cockpit out of it that I really enjoy. And if you guys want a cheap budget cockpit that's very sturdy, then I'd say get this one. Anyways, thank you for being patient with my upload schedule. I'm going to try to get more out. Like I said, with having a real world job, not just being a YouTuber, it's hard to take your free time and make videos out of video games that I'm already playing. But my free time, I just kind of want to enjoy the video games with my friends, because then you don't have to spend the extra time editing. But I'm going to see what I can't do to get more content out there. If you want to see more content, please let me know. If you want more information on the cockpit, also let me know. I will leave the links down below. Appreciate you guys. Until next time, peace.